A train reactor spitting fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry. He'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician. Unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web. He's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow. Web3 wonder.
Good morning, boys. It's showtime.
Chain reactors on the sea.
Happy Wednesday. I've totally lost track this week. Crazy week. Crazy week. Good morning, Gravity. Good morning, Lemon. What's up, fellas? Dude, I lost track. I lost track of where we're at. Wednesday. Pretty cool week so far. By the way, our post yesterday, our new songs, I dig it. We'll check that out after we get through our updates here. I dig it, though. I really like these the update songs. 2 already. Got to find the right cadence for the songs and when the updates happen. I think they need to be a morning thing. But I like it. So thank you guys for playing with me to help get that idea together. The Jewish one rules. That's the one. Anyway, guys, smash the like, drop some comments, share this with your friends. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Man, I can't stop feeling a kind of way about this. Caroline Ellison. Do you know what it is? Okay, let me set it up. Caroline Ellison of FTX fame, sentenced to 2 years in prison and also ordered to give back $11 billion. $11 billion. You know the meme, the I can save her meme? Is it something like that? Why the fuck am I feeling like that about her? I don't get it. I probably need some therapy to work through something here. But I have trouble feeling like somebody is so evil. I know it doesn't matter. It's your actions, whatever. But I don't know. I feel bad when I see stuff like this. SBF, not so bad. Also, I think I gave him the benefit of the doubt as well when his time came. But yeah, I don't know. It's silly. Either way, our girl, 2 years in prison. I'll tell you, I'll be cheering. Oh my God. Well, first off, I'll be cheering her on when she gets out. Kind of like we're doing with CZ. Kind of like that. So we got a milestone to look forward to 2 years out. I think at that point we'll be in the thick of a bear market. I assume that's what's coming. 2 years out, really, really deep dark bear. Unless, I'm not convinced that happens, by the way. I still think we're going to hit some moment, some specific point where mass adoption really happens, where it really, really happens, and we hit a new baseline. Remind me when we get to the charts and look at Bitcoin price. I'm just going to use that as a reference. We're going to hit a point where think of it like establishing a floor, right? Like picture an NFT collection or whatever your favorite token is, and you hit a point where you just never return. That's coming to crypto at some point, and I think that number is astronomically higher than we're at now. As in, I think the levels we're at today, around 60K, is a number we potentially never see again. Never. So when we talk about the future bear markets, what do they look like? I think they look completely different as crypto, Web3, NFTs, all of this starts getting really, really normalized. So we'll see. Again, I'll save some more thoughts for when we get to the charts, or maybe closer to the end. We got a lot to get to today, by the way. We're going to dive into the SEC stories from yesterday, getting reamed by the House Committee on Financial Services. It was excellent. A lot of great stuff coming out of that. Again, just a really busy week, a busy day. Maybe Caroline has a little peace of mind knowing her former boyfriend, SBF. He's not going to be lonely. He's not lonely right now in prison with his new bunkmate, his new cellmate. It's Diddy, guys. It's Diddy. These two clowns together, man, it's got to be something. The stories I'm sure they're sharing. I picture them working in the kitchen together and doing their laundry and showering together. I don't picture that. Now, God damn it, I say it, now I picture it. Sorry about that. This is a funny-ass timeline. I'll say that at the very least. These two bunkmates, whatever. So, again, busy day for the SEC yesterday, and it was on both sides. SEC charging token trust, Trust token and TrueCoin with defrauding investors. Man, a lot of fuckery here involving their stable coins and where they held their investments, how much they actually held, how much they were investing. It was apparently a very, very real shit show here. And, if the SEC is going after anybody to protect us, this is the stuff they should be going after. So, honestly, in this case, we got to give them props when they deserve it. GG here to the SEC. That's the stuff they should be pursuing. Now, the SEC also delayed their decision on the BlackRock spot ETF options. That was supposed to be coming this month, now coming in November. November 10th is the next date. I assume that gets delayed too. That will be after the election. If that matters, I don't know. But I picture they drag their feet as long as possible with anything and everything until they can't delay any further. And it feels like that's what's coming here. But again, the big story yesterday, Gary Gensler really just feeling like not fighting for his life, but man, fighting to sound like even just a reasonable human being to defend a lot of his positions. Again, as he was in front of the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services. And they beat him up. They did. They made the man look silly. A lot of thoughts on this. Again, we'll put a good chunk of today onto listening to some of these clips. Hester Pierce, a legend. Awesome. Just incredible comments, statements from her. Incredible stuff. Looking forward to getting to that video in particular. But Gary sounded like a clown, and he's just trying to defend or cover up something with some other motives. It's kind of nonsensical. Protecting of the old guard the old way. Protecting his legacy. Maybe doesn't want to open the doors to more problems, more possibly lawsuits for the lack of clarity and the I guess the things they would have to admit to define these things in the way that we think they should be defined is probably not good for him, not good for the government. Last night in the afternoon show, I likened it to UAP, UFO alien stuff, disclosure, that we've lied for so long that at this point you keep it up because, man, if the truth comes out, it makes what you've been doing, in the case of, aliens, UAPs, whatever, it's a massive cover-up, and things you may be liable for, that could be the same case here with Gary Gensler. The damage he's done and the man responsible for it all, if he comes out and takes an opposite position, what does that mean for everything he did before? And how liable would he or the U.S. government be? I think there's a lot to do with that. Probably more to do with protecting a certain class group, way of a power structure. I think it's a lot more to do with that. Because there is no greater shift in the power structure than here on the blockchain and in Web3. You can't stop what's coming, guys. You can't. The building's happening regardless. It's too big. Toothpaste is out of the tube. I like that. Visa going to help banks with tokenized assets and smart contracts. Again, the building is here. It's coming. It's coming in a big way. Nothing Gary does can stop it. And don't buy his nonsense about wanting it to just be done safely. It's not what it is. It's crazy. More's coming too, guys. BNY Mellon, the bank that just had approval to self-custody Bitcoin. Just the start, guys. More banks, more financial institutions will be self-custodying Bitcoin. This pulls a lot of power away from Coinbase, which until now, honestly, is a very centralized point of failure here. All of our crypto stored there with them. More banks holding it, giving you options. Probably not great for Coinbase's stock price. Not a knock on Coinbase, obviously, but the more the better. The more we spread this out, decentralize it in a way, the better. More banks self-custodying Bitcoin coming very, very soon, guys. By the way, quality of the show, okay. I keep getting a little notification that the signal's not great. I think it's okay. Bitcoin. Below 64K, it was a great milestone to hit yesterday. But right now it's 63.6. ETH at 2,600, keeping up over that 2,600 mark. Love seeing that. Solana cracking 150 again. Mixed bag here today for the most part, but really treading water, waiting for the next catalyst, which is, let me think. What is our next catalyst? I don't think we have anything major on the horizon. We have the election, anything surrounding that. FTX stimulus. That's the biggest one. That $16 billion stimulus. That's the biggest catalyst on the horizon here. It is. It is. It is. Going back to the SEC as well. Their attack on NFT specifically. It's crypto too, but NFT specifically, like the OpenSea Wells notice. More of that. Maybe that's our next catalyst. Maybe. We don't know what's coming and when, but there is more coming. So be on the lookout for that. ETFs on the Bitcoin side. 136 million in inflows yesterday. Solid day. And on the Ethereum side, actually a great day for the Ethereum ETFs. Wow, I glanced at this before and I read it differently. I thought it was actually deep in the negative. It's not. 62.5 million in inflows yesterday. Wow. Monster day. I got a peek at the Bitcoin ETFs again. We don't normally see the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, IBIT. We don't normally see them with that kind of volume. That's that really stands out. I'm used to seeing zeros in that column. 98 million in inflows just with them. Great stuff. I wonder why. Maybe could do some digging and find out. Onto the NFT market, guys. Just over 12 million in cross-chain sales yesterday. Unique sellers up, unique buyers up. Total transactions also up. Trade profits falling almost $1 million in negative yesterday. 821,000 today, guys. Wow. Great to see. Starting the day in the profits. 94,000 in the positive. Last time we were positive on trade profits. Here we go. Not long ago, September 7th. But really, you guys who've been tuning in, following, it's few and far between. It's very rarely, I'd say once a month. Probably just once a month, if not maybe every 6 weeks, do we have a day in the positive. So what we're watching for is a streak of being in the positive. I don't remember, well, let me peek real quick. I don't remember the last time we had consecutive days in the positive. And that's what we're watching for, is consecutive days where traders are in profit here. We're looking for more indicators of being back. Now, make no mistake, we're back. We've called being back probably about a month now. And in a different way. Actually, just yesterday. I'll get into that shortly. But I've always said the back we are right now, the degree that we're back, it's not something you see in the markets quite yet. You're starting to over on Bitcoin. But the degree at which we're back, it's different. It's a vibe, it's an energy, it's the sentiment, it's how people are talking about NFTs, and we're back. We want the market to be back as well. We want it to be fun. We all want to profit here. Come on. So when does that happen? That's what we're looking at the numbers for. And not just sales volume, not just floor prices, it's profit. When people are in the profit, they keep playing. When people are making money, projects and traders both want to recreate that magic. So projects start dropping their collections finally. And they got to entice people. And traders want to get in that profit too. The people especially who missed out, they want in. They want some of that magic too. They're not going to sit on the sidelines here, guys. So it's this snowball that just keeps rolling. And it's not far off. So far today, 5 million in sales. On a pace for lower sales than yesterday. We'll see how that finishes. But again, profits in the positive. Great place to start here. Top collections in the past 24 hours, guys. CryptoPunks on top. Over 500,000 in sales volume. Followed by Guild Guardian Heroes, Node Monks, Bitcoin Puppets, Taproot Witches. Love seeing that. OMB, Dozuki, Sorare, Matrix Fire, and Mining Pass. Again, from Polygon, part of the IX or 9. What is it called? Man, I totally forget. Oh, Planet 9. Or Planet IX. Great stuff. They've done a ton of volume. Honorable mention to Mad Lads, SMB, Quantum Cats. Yeah, great looking rankings here. PFPs pretty much reigning here. We'll just keep watching for volume to creep back up. I think that's what's heading our way next. Witches, I got to shout them out too. I sold at the wrong time. I missed out on a lot of profit. Like, I'm talking hundreds of dollars, probably $600 in profits. They did what happens so rarely, guys, which is floor price up after art reveal. Crazy. They actually pulled it off. Just hours prior to reveal, floor price 0.0045-ish, touching 0.005. This morning when I checked, 0.01. They're cooking. They're cooking. I love it. Weathered all the FUD. I will just say it's a great sign of what is coming. It's like the eggs mint, the quantum, CryptoKitties mint. You mint, you got profits. And again, a lot of profits here, guys. People with multiple mints here made thousands on this mint. It's coming. It's right. It's here. Mint season's here. Good morning, Cosmos. Good seeing you. Jeremy, good morning. It's here. It's pretty exciting. Top sale in the past 24 hours. I don't think I'll peek at this autoglyph. I think this is a loan, but autoglyph 346, $207,000 if this is a Gandhi transaction, which I'm guessing it is. Oh, maybe it's not. Hang on, let's see. If that's Gandhi, it is Gandhi. Okay. So you're looking at a loan right there. Nice loan. This is ahead of that big auction that's coming up with prestigious auction house. Can't remember the name offhand, but great to see. These are always in demand and pretty darn liquid with loans. But otherwise, CryptoPunks. Almost the entire top 10 is CryptoPunks here. Well, we got an OMB in the mix. Probably a loan as well, by the way. I can't wait to get to the point where we really can categorize that on here. Maybe they shouldn't count. Probably they shouldn't count, but great to see. And a nice Azuki there. Is that a Spirit? I'm not sure what that one is, but 17.5 ETH. Let me peek at that. I don't think that's a Spirit. Oh, that might be a Spirit. I'm not super familiar with the traits on these. Human. Yeah, I don't know. Just decently rare here. I don't know what's so rare. Reactor, good morning. Yeah, not sure why this one went for so much. And it's not a wash, but maybe not a wash, but maybe a little funny business there. If you don't mind, I want to just peek at sales history on this one. Yeah, nothing. This one hasn't sold in years, so I'm not sure with this one. Any Azuki collectors, if you have any info, drop it. All right. When I said we're back, I meant we're back. But when I also said that we're back for a different reason, it's this reason right here. Art Blocks Curated has not had a mint since February. I believe it's 28th. And Art Blocks, when we're in mint season, it cooks. It almost doesn't matter what they put out there, and they always put out great stuff, but you expect sellouts, and you often expect some really special price action. Well, they're back with their first mint again since the end of February. We're talking 7 months. Actually, this mint's in October, so we're talking 8 months since the last Art Blocks Curated mint. And man, it's a beauty. Now, they're coming with something fresh, and I think that's super important. I think it is. They're not just coming with another mint and back to where we were. And it's a great sign that this run here that's coming might feel fresh. It might feel exciting, where it's not just going to be trading JPEGs like we did before. I think it's going to be a little, maybe even a lot more involved. And again, it'll have a fresh coat of paint on it. And I think the foundation is going to be a lot more solid wherever you look. And that's speaking to probably Pudgy Penguins and Abstract Chain and Nizuki and their anime chain. There's a lot more going on here. And those products they offer could be a lot more robust. It's going to be exciting. This, though, they're not coming back with just a JPEG, an on-chain image. As beautiful as it might be, there is more to this, which is a physical, which is also not new. But if that's the direction they're leaning, is just incredible physical art, something you would be proud to have in your house. And also not just something you're hanging on your wall. It's a real piece to put on your shelves or, display that wherever it looks the best. This is incredible looking. Incredible. Artist name is Michael Kalowski. I've collected their art, I believe, on Tezos. I actually want to if you don't mind, I want to peek real quick. I think he's got some work on Tezos in it. And if it's what I'm picturing, it's awesome. Awesome stuff. Let me double check, because if so, we'd like to get into alpha as much as we can here. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else with a very similar name. It seems so familiar, though. Like, really, really. I'm just going to peek through all-time sales. Oh, I think I was picturing this right here. Let me just double check, because if there's some earlier works on FX Hash or anywhere on Tezos, you know how it works. Yeah, I think I was mixing them up with this artist. Yeah, that's exactly who I had in mind. Yep. So, okay, no FX Hash collections, maybe nothing on Tezos. I do want to do a bit of a deep dive on them. Either way, the collection, it's really, really exciting. Let's get to the mint details here. On October 2nd, we'll be able to get on the page and get through outputs, iterations. Oh my goodness, is this a lamp? It's a lamp. Oh my goodness, guys. I thought it was more like a statue. It's a lamp. Oh my goodness, I love this. October 16th, a fixed price sale of 20 physical lamps. And then you claim the artwork. I wonder where that is going to be. Payment in crypto and credit cards. Oh, awesome. Credit card payments for the first time on art blocks. Oh my goodness. A fixed sale price of the physical, you then get the NFT. I love this. Then on the 21st, an auction of 300 pieces. The first ascending auction with art blocks. So typically art blocks are Dutch auctions. This is going the other way. Love that too. Now I wonder if they refund the difference. Would it work that way? Would they refund the... No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if you're just getting what you pay. You're paying what you feel it's worth. Interesting. And then orders for physical wall sculptures. What exactly is that? Oh, and there's only... this is awesome. Can you guys see what's happening here? Really, really interesting scarcity here. I think there's a... Oh, my goodness. Yes, there's different... Oh, this is incredible. There's different physicals here. 20 lamps, which I want, dude. Depending on what this is, I might go in on the fixed sale. I have a feeling it's going to be a couple ETH. I really do. I think it's not going to be cheap here. Only 20 lamps, though. The rest are... it's like a physical... does look 3D-ish, but you hang it on your wall, and only 30 of those. So out of the 300 edition collection, only 32 physicals in total. It's very, very limited. And man, it's a great looking collection. Grant Yoon, notorious AI artist, shouted him out yesterday. So you better believe there's going to be demand for this collection. I think this collection's going to cook. I think this mint, whatever it settles at on secondary, is going to be up in the multiple ETH range on secondary markets. And I think this is the moment where we start having the good times back. Picture end of October. I'm assuming crypto's cooking at that point. Uptober. It's called Uptober for a reason. Crypto's cooking. People are going to start making a lot of money then. I won't be shocked if we're all-time high Bitcoin in October. It's not far off. And then all of a sudden, people see the first fantastic art mint. That's not to diminish anything else out there. It's just we've not had art blocks curated in so long. The first art blocks curated that has something fresh about it, that gives you the chance at that awesome physical. Dude, I think people are going to go bonkers over this. It just, man, I've got great spidey sense when it comes to the art market. This is going to be a hit. Look at that. I want that. If it's priced right, I am going to go for that. I love this. I love it. Anyway, only 20. It's going to be really hard. Really hard. But, dude, incredible. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying we're back. We're really, really back. And by the end of October, I think everybody's going to see just how back we are. That may be the official start of the NFT. I don't want to call it super cycle. It's too early for that. But the start of NFTs really cooking. Mint's kicking off, people making a lot of money. I think that's coming in October, and it's a big part thanks to this. So keep your eyes out for that, guys. Whew, I'm excited about that. I hope you... All right, you could probably tell here. Tezos art not being excluded here, too. This is actually very interesting. Did this happen already? Was this yesterday? I think it was. But OSF, for the first time in his art collecting career, collecting art over on Tezos. They're doing much better about bringing in influencers and just marketing in general. OSF, you know him, big name. Collecting art on Tezos helps keep Tezos in the people's mind share, info stream, whatever. Great to see. I haven't seen what he collected yet. I'm not sure if he's tweeted that out. I want to come back to that. Actually, I'll peek right here. I don't know if he listed or shared what he bought over there. Oh, man. Dude, there's a lot going on. Can you feel it? Can you guys feel there's a certain kind of energy out there? I'm feeling it. Okay. I don't know what he collected. I'm not sure if it's been shared anywhere, so we'll come back to that when it makes sense. And man, staying on art. Ronan, good morning, man. Dude, I'm with you. I have thousands of Tezos art NFTs. I collected there on Hicket Nunk a month into its birth. I mean, I have some of the, I think I have a sub 200 object. You know what I mean? Like people collect early inscriptions, right? Sub 100 inscriptions. I have like in the first 300 NFTs on Tezos. It's awesome stuff. It is. Those will never matter, I don't think. It's what actually, the Tezos stuff is what gave me a little more confidence that on Bitcoin, it's not going to matter as much as people think it does. It'll matter to a degree, especially the first 100, first 500, maybe first 1,000. But we start getting to 10,000, it just doesn't matter. But man, regardless of all that, the art on Tezos was incredible. The fact that people used it to share WIPs, work in progresses. They used it as just a different place to share a different style. Just different. It had a different vibe. It had a different community. We lost that community, by the way. The special thing about the Tezos space was the artists really interacting with the community. And there was really just this weird camaraderie. It was awesome. And it's gone. I'm for whatever reason, I hope this isn't just me. It might just be me. But I felt like the artists started not wanting to fuck with the community anymore. And there was certainly a different vibe that started showing up there. It's the wrong term. It's not an elitist thing. It's not that, but it's close enough to that. There is something that changed over there. And maybe it's what all the speculation that came to the blockchain just does to people. Maybe it was a little off-putting. Either way, the art over there is fan-freaking-tastic. I hope Tezos cooks again. I really do. Man, okay. Staying in art, Rafiq Anadol's been teasing for a while that he has big announcements coming. Something huge, like just absolutely huge. Here it is. The world's first museum of AI arts. It's Dataland, guys. This is going to be in Los Angeles. This is pretty cool. Right next to some of the world's iconic art institutions, WCH. I don't know what that is, actually. MoCA, the Broad. Oh, this is cool. I don't know who Frank... Dude, I got to look into some of this, but designed the museum itself. Maybe a pretty noteworthy designer. Who is this guy? Oh, cool. Cool shit. Look at that. Hang on, let's peek. This is really cool. Dude, Hen was a bummer. I remember, Ronan, when Hicket Nunk, we went on the website one morning and it didn't load. It was gone. And it's still early enough into my NFT days where I didn't understand it. I was like, are my NFTs gone? Right? It was a good learning lesson to learn that, no, dude, it doesn't matter. That's the whole point of this stuff. Marketplace goes bye-bye. Your stuff's fine. We just didn't have anywhere to sell it. Object.com starts taking off. Months later, FX Hash starts cooking. Tia came up around that point, too. It was great. Dude, this guy's phenomenal. Is that like that's not the Sydney Opera House. I don't know what that is. Dude, really cool. This guy's designed Rafiq's museum. This is really, really something, guys. So we have Dataland, a museum that's focused on AI art. This is going to be really something, guys. Really something. With NFTs, it's not going to be just NFTs, guys, but a lot of NFTs will be featured here. And I'll tell you what, guys, did anybody miss the afternoon show where I shared a little alpha? I have some decent alpha. If anybody wants me to share, tell me. Otherwise, I'll skip that. Good morning, Vrew. If anybody wants me to share some alpha about Rafiq Anadol and some pieces of his that I think are under the radar still, I do. Especially if you think, like I do, that maybe Rafiq commands Beeple kind of prices. I think there's some pieces out there that might be kind of interesting. All right, let me find that real quick, because honestly, it's there's something to it. I'm not positive, but money where my mouth is. I bought, and I did this months ago because I saw this opportunity. Again, it's not a long shot. It's just if you think he'll be like Beeple and additions are going to fetch high prices. Again, look at the politics is bullshit. 50 plus ETH. Now, I know Joe told us yesterday he's got other pieces that have editions that are much numbered higher, and they're, you know, in the ETH, maybe actually under an ETH. So it doesn't necessarily play out. But the editions I have in mind, sorry, I'm looking for this link. The editions I have in mind are just like about 130 to 160. Pretty small edition sizes. Okay, sorry. Have that in a second. Here we go. There's something here too, I really do think. Okay. Okay, he has this really, really cool collection. There's a lot of NFTs in this collection too, like all different kinds. Here, I'm going to show you the full collection. And then I'm going to narrow it down to the iterations I've picked out. So there's a lot of NFTs here, 5,000 plus. And a lot of these, there are many hundreds, if not thousands of iterations. These are kind of interesting too, because these are, oh, you know what? They're not, these aren't 1/1s, but these are editions too. I think they're bigger editions, by the way. But you got some Rafik Anadol pieces here at just about 0.15, 0.13 is the floor. And these are cool. I think these are pretty cool. I think we even saw these in his trailer. But the ones I've zeroed in on give me a bit of a Winds of Yawanawa vibe as far as the motion of the piece. And that's these right here. It's the T plus minus series. This one captures data like Winds of Yawanawa that captures the wind patterns. This captures data around a shuttle launch, and there's an ocean, and I don't remember the other one here. But man, they're at 0.65 now, editions of, well, between the three, there's 726 of them. So these could be, I'll let people go if they want to dig in and see how many editions. They're small. Maybe I misspoke. They might be 200 edition sizes. Here, we can see right here. Liftoff. Yeah, 267 editions of Liftoff. And the other ones are smaller. I think that's the biggest out of the three. But check them out. They're, again, the Winds of Yawanawa kind of aesthetic. Not the same. I think Winds of Yawanawa I like much, much more. I think these are fantastic, though. I really like them. People were, over the summer, actually much earlier in the year, accepting offers at like 0.2, maybe even 0.1. And so that's the opportunity. I don't think buying on the floor is the play here with these. I do think it's throwing offers and seeing which people hold these that are very out of the loop here, and they don't know what's coming. Maybe they need liquidity. I think you could throw 0.15, 0.2. I don't know what's out there now, but I think you could throw offers, and you got a shot at these kind of things. So yeah, if you think Rafik is potentially a Beeple type artist as far as how big they get, something there. Yeah, this one, 229. Okay, so yeah, these are more in the 200 range. 260 was the biggest. They're really cool. They're really cool. I think there's something there. I think the one we just looked at maybe was the smallest. Yeah, and this one's 230. So about 216, 230, 260 are the edition sizes. So that's it. Throw some offers. I might do the same, actually. I might actually throw, again, 0.15. Man, great to see. It's great to see where we're at, man. Art's coming. I've said I think the next cycle is an art cycle. We've not had an art meta for years. Years, guys. 2 years. We've not had a dedicated, like a very focused art cycle. I think that's what's coming here. Big old. If you remember back, just picture FX hash when it was mint outs all day long and stupid profits everywhere. It's coming to art. It is. All right, we got to move out of art here. Let's finish up with the headlines here. Cool Cats have their animation drop in here. It's called The Milk Chug. Season 1 drops on Thursday. It's on YouTube. I have not seen the trailer yet. Oh, hang on. We also have, as a reminder, the V-Friends and Pals, I think is the name, but the V-Friends animations drop in 5 days here. In just 5 days.
Oh, sweet jug.
Where coffee
Is a work of art.
Hey, it
you
looks
couldn't
cool.
break in there unless it could create magic portals. But that'd be impossible.
It looks cool. I like it. I'm curious, like length of the show. I'm curious about a lot, but it looks cool. I like it. So that V Friends, man, we got a lot coming. I still think Cool Cat's got something coming. I think they got something coming with Claynosaurs, with Sappy Sea. I think something's coming. Yeah. I always, you know what, Lemon. A lot of that has to do. I was gonna say price. That doesn't really. That's probably stupid to say. It's not price, but it will look much cooler if they're worth a lot. But yeah.
Chug.
Coffee stuff's got to be teens or adults at the very least, not totally kids, right? The doodle stuff, by the way, is so cool.
Where coffee
Is a work of art.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. So GG's to the Cool Cats. Will be certainly tuning in, but following that too, for sure. Over on Ape Chain, guys, and specifically the ApeCoin DAO, some big changes coming there. A lot of controversy over there, and there has been for months and months. There's been some really heated conversations this year about the salary of the ApeCoin or Ape DAO committee, and it's getting ugly there. It really is. It's getting ugly. The ApeCoin secretary just resigned yesterday. And he didn't have the nicest things to say. And actually, some of this conversation is continuing today. And a lot of people really pointing out this doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. But comp concerns. Bojangle expressed that the current pay structure, stating that the salaries are disproportionately high compared to the actual output of work. They're not doing much, man. They're not. It's an unsustainable model, and it strains the DAO's resources. Yes. It's why when the Crypto Slam DAO launches, it's not going to look like your typical DAO. It's not, because the traditional DAOs we've seen today don't work. They don't work. They have to be reimagined. They do. And so what you're going to see with the Crypto Slam DAO is different. It's not going to look like this. And I think that's a good thing. It will evolve into a more traditional DAO over time, but it will not start that way. It's interesting. He stated he felt many of the stewards are inactive, disengaged, failing to fulfill their roles. Again, these are interesting comments. They're paid too much. They're not doing anything. Multiple comments about that. The lack of involvement's caused leadership vacuum, delayed key initiatives and progress. Yep. Poor communication. It's highly efficient in a setting where all working groups should be working together to achieve one common goal. It's not working. No accountability. Man, I see this a lot in this space. You get paid and you stop working. That happens. Maybe part of that is human nature, maybe. But I see a lot of that in this space. You get your payday, you get funded, whatever, and you stop. It's so prevalent here. And there you see it in maybe one of the world's largest DAOs right there. Got a lot of people who talk a big game, what they have done, what they're doing, what they can do. Reality is, not a lot of these guys, and especially if some of these guys are anonymous, we don't actually know. It was kind of a popularity contest to get into some of these spots. That's my assumption. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, there's some turmoil over here. I hope this helps get them into on the right path, like Yuga Labs is on right now. But to the points I saw earlier, Ape Chain is all that matters. And they need that really running like a well-oiled machine. If it gets there, man, they're still, Yuga's fine. Yuga's just fine. All right, Iggy Azalea. I love this. Actually called it. Iggy set up a phone number to call in. It's like a choose-your-own adventure. You pick a number. She says a couple things. You pick which one applies to you. And she has a little message for you. So I left her a voicemail, asked her to come on the show. We'll see if she gets back. I'll probably call it more. But if you haven't done it, just for the lulz, you should probably call it. It's pretty cool. She's awesome, dude. She's awesome. She's here in the space. She's such a... she feels like this... she's part of this community, and she feels like she belongs. She's been a good part of this space now for 6+ months. Somewhere in that ballpark, she's been awesome. Probably not 6 months, but it's getting close to that. Binance. A lot of news about them recently here, starting with a couple days ago. An apparent data link for almost 13 million of their customers. Yikes. It's an interesting story, guys. I don't actually know what's real or not, although Binance came out and said it is not even a true story. There was no data leak. or if there was, it didn't leak customer data. So interesting at the very least there. Binance also launching a pre-market spot trading service, which is, guys, picture like whale market where you trade tokens before they're actually even out there. Well, that's coming to Binance, which is very interesting. And the way you do it is putting up collateral, right? Since you don't have anything to actually trade, you're not actually trading something. You're trading the idea of a token that's coming. So you put up collateral, and then when the token's out, you settle those trades. Really interesting. I think that's a great product that will work. We see it work around this space. So Binance getting in on that game. I dig it. We've got the Wallet Connect token coming here. You can register for your airdrop. Bread Guy put together a thread on what this looks like. I don't know if he gets into maybe how profitable it might be looking here, but I think we've all used Wallet Connect, so I don't know the criteria for qualifying for that drop, but worth peeking. Again, we've all touched Wallet Connect at some point, so maybe we got a little token drop coming at some point here. And then finally, guys, Donald Trump Jr., a big old thank you to you, to me, to us. Just thanking the space for welcoming him into crypto, and I love it. He says it's his new passion. I get it. I've always thought these guys, as grifty as they are genuine when they say they're here, that they understand now. Now that they understand, they're going to grift away. But that moment, I always call it the aha moment. It's a thing. It's a real thing. It really does happen. It's the moment when blockchain clicks for you and you realize there's no going back. When it clicks and you realize, oh man, even the people who doubt it, who hate it, who say it's never coming, they'll never participate. When you have that aha moment and you realize it doesn't matter if they see it or not, it's unavoidable, and they will hold crypto at some point. They are going to be on chain at some point. He had that. Now his passion, again, it makes a lot of sense here. A lot of sense. Okay. I can't believe how long I just spent getting through all that. Wow. Do you guys prefer, I'm genuinely curious here. I'm always trying to get your feedback live. Do you prefer that I blitz through the stories? Like just bullet point them, kind of like I used to do the morning update? So it's get through everything as quick as possible, 10, 15 minutes, and then come back and get in depth with certain stories. I think that's what I prefer to do. I've just gotten away from it. Or do you want to just go topic by topic? And not spending too long, it's always coming back to the media, like the SEC thing. We put the last 15, 20 minutes into that. But I'm curious. And again, about getting your guys' feedback, I'm going to play for you the video from you. I like it, dude. I like it a lot. I don't like the newest one. Here's the newest video I put out last night. I think I got to put these out in the morning. But again, giving daily updates on, well, the past 24 hours in news. Past 24 hour of news in the space, and we make an AI song for it. So here's last night's song. Ain't funny. Gravity, you're a kind sir. Cats, good morning, man. Yeah, it's not a perfect time. I know that. Yeah, it's not it ain't easy. But honestly, the show, especially as things ramp up, it's not an hour show. It's going to end up going 2 a lot of the time. So it's kind of come whenevs, you know? But anyway, here's last night's edition. I need more graphics on the screen like I did with the first one. If you guys didn't see it, just go on my profile. But the first one I liked a lot more. It had the like Jewish theme song. And then, again, a little more graphical stuff. But here's last night's update.
Caroline sentenced just 2 years to serve. China's ghosting crypto, markets start to swerve. Hester Pierce speaks, but the clarity's blurred. Congress grills the SEC, Gensler's words unheard. On clocks, mints, and tasers taking flight. Black rock delays, but the moon's in sight.
I think a pop song was a bad idea. Like, it can't be boring. It's catchy, but it can't be boring.
Dialing opens, 8 out in the light. Gensler answers, is the Yankees ball right? He's got a hotline for haters to call. SEC charges, the trust open all. Binance assures, no data breach in sight. Quantum cats fixing Bitcoin just might. Diddy and SBF, Brooklyn steps
cool
align. Moonbats pumping, more fun, more grind. Wallet connects, they drop registries here. Solana's daily users bleed without fear. Trump Jr. says crypto's his new drive. Cool cats chugging out, season one's alive. The future's uncertain, but we keep our stride. In this wild crypto world, let's take the ride.
It works. They work. I think they're cool. They're cool. Like, you know what? Okay. The benchmark for me was Joe. I love Joe. And you know what? Joe's got a very special talent. There's a talent or a gift people have for sensing things. Just like I have that with NFTs. And I'm trying to develop it for meme coins, for fungible tokens. I can sense usually if something's going to cook before the energy's ever there. It's just because my whole life I've been obsessed with collectibles and trading them, and then music and pop culture. Like just a good sense about what people like and what they're willing to spend. Anyway, what grabs their attention? Okay, Joe has that too, and so I played the video for Joe, and I'm like, he's very critical too, and I like that about him. I'm like, okay, don't beat it up as far as quality. It's not there yet. It's just not there. But the idea, I'm like, Joe, what do you think? He loved it. Dude, it made my day that Joe loved it, because if Joe loved it, I know it works. I know it's a thing, and he said he thought it'd be huge, and I agree. I think there's some cool potential. Now, I like the first one better.
The Bitcoin ordinals on the rise, no longer stick the crown. BTC's the king of chains, sales volume shooting up, not down. China's moving money, time to prime that BTC. Markets getting heated, man, just wait and see. Crypto's on fire, digital world in play. Kamala says we'll innovate and pave the way. AI and asset futures getting bright.
Pace has got to pick up too. They got to be a little faster.
BlackRock's making moves with their Coinbase crew. 12-hour withdrawals got investors looking too. Rumors swirl about poly market tokens in the mix. Fallacies, moonshot gaming, my coins got their fix. Crypto's on fire, digital world in play. Kamala says we'll innovate and pave the now multi-network flexing, watch what dApps can do. From high-profile scams to traders hitting highs. ENS super sold and moving touches the sky. 800 turned to millions, what a crazy ride. Crypto.
Yeah. So I need him to be a little more energetic. There'll be certain days where maybe a slow thing works, so I'll have to consider that. First one took an hour and a half to make. Just like learning the process, and I'll have to keep learning. First one took probably a good hour and a half. And then the second one, a lot faster, but also, again, it wasn't as good. Second one, I'd say maybe an hour. Actually, it was probably, maybe altogether it was maybe the same, actually, now that I think about it. So point is, I got to make the process quicker. I think doing them in the morning makes more sense than in the evening. But the point there is the idea works. So if I can get this more fine-tuned, know when I'm going to do it, have them look just up the quality of it even more. Probably build out a little template too, where it's not just the screen, but I can make a little overlay on it. Some text on there works too. The song's got to be energetic and, catchy. But also I know they won't all hit. Like, they won't all be fun. You'll have duds, and you'll have ones that even if they're good, it's just slow and it won't, but that's just the process. But I think just doing it daily, and at the very least weekly, I think the idea works. I do. I think there's something to it. There's nothing else out there like it. The weekly one I might make longer too. And then what else? I had another thought. Oh, it's just knowing what platforms to put them on. Doing it on X makes a ton of sense. I need content from my personal YouTube channel too. And I put these there and they don't do well. But at that point, people have seen them. At least people who subscribe, I think. So yeah, I just got to figure it out. Because when I put this on YouTube, it doesn't show as a short. It'll display like it. It'll be portrait for you. But it doesn't show in the shorts feed because it's too long. So just some things to figure out. But I'm glad you guys enjoy it. And like, honestly, I appreciate you guys like giving feedback, being part of that process yesterday to figure it out. It helped a ton. But they work. If people can come here and get their news, which was always my goal, back to the original version of my show, it was get people updated in 5 minutes. Well, if I can do it in 2 minutes, even better. Even better. So you get your morning news here. You come for more insights in a conversation to this show. And then we come shoot the shit on the afternoon show. I think we're starting to develop the routine a little bit more. So we'll see. But I had a blast with it. So anyway, I want to thank you guys again for that. All right. SEC. Hard to think of where to even start here because there were so many clips here. There were so many interesting parts.
Is the token itself a security, or is it part of an investment contract? Is it being sold together with an investment contract? If it is, what is that investment contract, and how long does it track along with the token? By using imprecise language, we've been able to sort of suggest that the token itself is a security apart from that investment contract, which has implications for secondary sales. It has implications for who can list it. And I think this is absolutely, we've fallen down on our duty as a regulator not to be precise. And so tucking into a footnote that, yes, we admit that now actually the token itself is not a security, that's something that we should have admitted long ago and then started wrestling with the difficult questions.
Right.
Is the token itself a security, or is it part of an investment contract? Is it being sold together with an investment contract? If it is, what is that investment contract, and how long does it track along with the token? By using imprecise language, we've been able to sort of suggest that the token itself is a...
I like it, man. She's so good going to bat for us because she gets it. Because she just gets it. Yeah, awful lie. That's the goal, by the way. I swear to you, I'll always want to have something where I can talk, but my goal is to automate that whole morning thing. And I'll tell you what, to a degree, we have that coming. We have some AI-generated content. It's already out there. Yahoo Finance picks it up. We have AI-generated articles. We've been talking for all year about AI-generated news videos. And it's very similar to what I just did. If it can curate the stories and then put them all into something to generate lyrics and then make that cut, I think that could probably be automated right now. And then, yeah, I'm out of a job, but so be it. I'm always one of those people that's like, if somebody else can do it, go for it. Right now, I've got a little advantage that there's not many people that are going to put an hour and a half into making that, right? But if you can make that in a minute, everyone will copy it, which I think is cool, which I think is really cool. I didn't read it that way, awful lot. Maybe she is. Yeah, but the point there is you can't go after NFTs. The NFT is just a static thing. It's all about what you do with the NFT. That's ultimately it.
The SEC broke the law, your attorneys lied to the court, and no one in your leadership here in D.C. has been held accountable. That tracks. Seems like business as usual here in Washington. Okay, switching gears very quickly. It's been recently reported that Vice President Harris has finally said she'd craft clear rules of the road for the digital asset space if she becomes president. Is this your approach too, sir, or do you think she's rebuking you because she doesn't think you've done a good enough job establishing these clear rules over the last 3 years of her administration?
I think that there's laws in place. If Congress wishes to change them, they'll change them. But we are enforcing the laws, and there are many people in this field
so you don't
that are
think
not
she's
following the laws.
Reclaiming my time. Well, it's very interesting that you view your performance that way, because we have a litany of court cases, extraordinary confusion in the marketplace, and millions of Americans pining for clarity from you. You've abused the agency's enforcement tools, and you've even baited companies eager to comply with you, only to hit them with enforcement actions. You've retaliated against businesses and people who have come before this committee to talk about the next generation of American finance. And perhaps somehow, worst of all, you've made up the term crypto asset security. This term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up. You never provided any interpretive guidance on how crypto asset security might be defined within the walls of your SEC. Yet, you made the broad proclamation that you believe a majority of tokens are crypto asset securities. You did this, and you deliberately used this made-up term as the basis for your entire enforcement crusade over the past 3 years, only for your lawyers to retract it in a footnote to a court just last week. Your inconsistencies on this issue, sir, have set this country back. We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC.
Dude, he's a monster. He's a monster. I'm sorry, but not a good guy. Not a good guy at all. Here is them questioning about Operation Choke Point.
Well, Mr. Gensler, no surprise, many of us aren't fans of your approach to the job. but it does seem that you've abused your authority, and you seem to kind of gloat as candidate Harris decides that she wants to pivot on crypto and say, no, you can trust us. We're going to be okay on this. It seems like you're gloating. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. The war on crypto goes on. So as you highlighted, you meet with the chairman of the Federal Reserve regularly. Do you guys discuss things like Operation Choke Point 2.0, the way to block and restrict market certainty?
Yeah, do you?
Crypto affiliated firms?
I've never heard that term, and I'd also want
Get the fuck out of here.
Half of the rules that we've adopted, 42 rules, half of them have actually been bipartisan.
Some of the work's been good, but a lot of it's been bad. Well, Mr. Gensler, no surprise, many of us aren't.
Never heard of Operation Choke Point. I don't know if that was an official term. I don't know if it was. He certainly knew about it. This is what killed Silvergate. And there was another major bank that collapsed last year. You guys remember those bank collapses? It was part of this coordinated attack to kill the crypto industry yet again by attacking the banks that focus on crypto. And he said he's never heard of it. Again, these phony, fake, evil. All of it. This one I didn't hear yet, but it's pretty topical.
To your knowledge, does the SEC generally consider the sale of physical art at an art gallery or auction house a transaction of a security?
No.
Thank you for that. Does the fact that art collectors may be purchasing pieces of art at a gallery or auction house with the expectation that the art may go up in value change anything in that analysis?
No.
Great. Now, putting aside art galleries and auction houses, does the SEC generally consider the sale of physical art on an online marketplace like eBay or Etsy a securities transaction?
No.
Okay, thank you. I do not understand is how the SEC appears to be taking the stance that NFTs, these pieces of digital art and collectibles, are themselves securities, or that sales of them via online marketplaces constitute a security transaction. The only difference I see is that one asset is tokenized and the other is not. In the example of physical art that we just discussed, there are indeed many collectors who purchase art with the intent to profit, and artists who market themselves in their work in order to develop an ecosystem of patrons. So I fail to grasp the difference here. Is tokenization enough to transform a non-security into a security?
Again, the facts and circumstances of any transaction are relevant, but you put your finger on something that's troubled me, which is that we seem to be treating digital assets differently than we treat physical assets, and I think that's problematic.
Well, what exactly is the differentiating factor?
We have moved away from, so when we look at digital assets, we're saying they're being sold as part of a securities transaction because there's an investment contract associated with it. Yet pinning down what exactly that investment contract has been, for me, very problematic. It's based on statements, any statement about something having value, or a statement made by one of the investors that something might go up in value. And as you pointed out, you can have an investor who buys a piece of art. You can have a person who buys a piece of art and she expects that piece of art to rise in value, but we don't change that piece of art into a security because she expects it to go up in value. And it seems to me that we're doing that on the crypto side, and it doesn't make sense to me because I don't see the parallel on the physical side.
Again, incredible. Just incredible. Man, there's a lot of good clips from this. A lot. Let me see. Maybe pull out one more here. We did the baseball one yesterday, the Yankees ticket. Ouch, dude.
See, here's the danger I see with the Gensler theory of investment.
It's right? Actually the Supreme Court's theory of investment.
Well, your idiosyncratic interpretation of the Supreme Court's theory. The expectation or promise that an object could appreciate in value or that an object could be sold at a profit in the secondary market, that expectation or profit could be retrospectively attributed to just about any collectible or any consumer good or any piece of art or any piece of music. The trouble with the Gensler theory of investment contracts is that it's so open-ended that it lacks anything resembling a limiting principle. It blurs the line between collectible and security, between art and security. Ms. Crenshaw, does requiring artists and musicians to register art and music with the Securities and Exchange Commission raise a First Amendment concern?
I'm not a First Amendment expert, but I would think the only thing that have to be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission are securities. And so that's what I would look to determine whether they have to register with us.
Now, in the Stoner Cats case, the SEC not only prohibited the creators from selling NFTs, the SEC ordered the creators to destroy the NFTs.
Did they
Does the
really?
destruction of artistic expression by government fiat raise a First Amendment concern?
Again,
You're not a First Amendment expert?
I'm not a First Amendment expert.
Do you need to be? Do you think artistic expression is protected under the First Amendment? Do you need to be a First Amendment expert to answer that question?
I think the ins and outs of First Amendment law are actually very nuanced, so I would not want to opine.
Do you
on
think the SEC has an obligation under the First Amendment to take care not to have a chilling effect on artistic expression on the blockchain?
I think we can work together to advance the interests of the industry, and I think our markets are the highlight and of the world because of the laws that have been in place for 90 years.
You're not answering my question. In a September 12th court filing, the SEC had to apologize for using a term it invented out of thin air, digital asset security. The fictional term digital asset security perpetuates the false narrative that digital assets in themselves are securities. In the Howey case, as you know, Mr. Gensler, the Supreme Court never held that orange groves in themselves were securities. The Supreme Court held that orange groves can be part of investment contracts, which are securities.
That's such a good point.
The same logic applies to digital assets. In my view, using the term digital asset securities is as intellectually dishonest as using the term orange grove securities. Mr. Gensler, would you ever use the term orange grove securities?
I don't believe I have.
Or would, right? Because it gives the impression that orange groves in themselves are securities, and that would be misleading. I see my time has expired.
Whoa, God, that was good.
Oh,
no.
Artistic expression is protected under the First Amendment. Do you need to be a First Amendment expert?
Law are actually want to open.
Under the First Amendment to take care not to have a chilling effect on artistic expression on the blockchain?
I think the markets of the world for 90.
September 12th court filing, the SEC had to apologize for using a term it invented out of thin air, digital asset security. The fictional term digital asset security perpetuates the false narrative that digital assets in themselves are securities. In the Howey case, as you know, Mr. Gensler, the Supreme Court never held that orange groves in themselves were securities. The Supreme Court held that orange groves can be part of investment contracts, which are securities.
That's such a good point.
The same logic applies to digital assets.
Oh, I love that. It is. Yeah. It's a great kind of a gotcha. Kind of. Great. It is a great point. Yeah, Dad, I'm with you. I don't know. Maybe I'm the dummy. Yes, I'm with you. It's pretty wild. It is. It's all absolutely freaking crazy. There's man, there was a lot more. It was, I think the hearing was all day. So a lot of great stuff. I'll see if I find any other juicy clips. I like this though, by the way. Mark Cuban said he talked to the Harris team who told him they're against regulation through litigation, which is great. I buy it, man. I buy it. I do. I think they're being honest about that. I think they will be good for crypto, as will Trump. I think. There's this narrative out there now that it doesn't matter who's in. Either way, it's good for crypto, and I think I buy it. I don't know who would be better for crypto. I'm not sure. But the fact that this is such a big topic at this point, the fact that we're at this point for crypto, it's pretty awesome. I did not think we would be here so quickly, but yeah, here we are. Here we are regardless. It's pretty great. All right, let me think. Well, if we have anything else, guys, anything else going on out there that we should be talking about or covering? By the way, memes are up decently today. Of course, Hudah is up to 86 mil or so. Actually, guys, I'll share. I did buy a token today. I did buy something. Total degen play. Probably won't work out well. Like probably a bad trade, but I'll show you. Okay. This is Muwan. Okay, here's Muwan. This is Hudah's big sister. Kook tweeted about another Muwan. One that he's probably being paid or is part of, right? And that one was just created yesterday, has $1 million market cap. If Hudah does what I think it'll do, which is 200, 500 mil, maybe a bill, honestly, like I think it's that. I think, what is it? Muwan catches a little something. It's kind of like Genin or whatever with Nero. Same thing. I think that plays out maybe with both, if they both get big enough. And I think they both have a great chance at that. My bet here, getting in at 186,000 market cap, while the other's a mil, is that maybe like Nero, it's the original one or the earlier first one is the one that really takes off, not the one that's being pumped by insiders. So I think I got just half the soul worth. I think it was just 0.5. And I may do one. I'm going to keep thinking about this trade a little more, but gotten here, half a soul. So we'll see. I mean, a 5x if it gets to a mil. If this does something silly, not bad. The one soul I put into Hudah pretty easily turned into 5 soul. You don't have to play with much. It's just getting in early. And again, super speculative, dangerous, all that stuff, NFA. But if I held onto my Hudah, I would be, if I sold it today, it would be a 22x. A 22x, so 1 soul and 22 soul in about a week. And those are the opportunities. Hudah is an outlier. That's a really special token. I believe that still. But, man, as the season heats up, a lot of opportunities are coming here, man. They really are. Confusion, good morning, man. Good morning. Man, it's going to get fun. It's going to get fun. I hope you feel it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in that Art Blocks collection. That's it. That's it. Got the date circled on the calendar. Something special happens then. I cannot wait. All right, boys. Big X copy sale, by the way. 16 ETH for iRolla. We saw one of these move in the past couple of weeks, too. Good stuff. Okay. We will be live. I'm talking Joe, Henry, myself. We're going to hit on that Eric Weinstein clip today. We'll get Joe watching that. Henry will watch it. We'll do a little discussion about that. But live on the afternoon show, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on SlamX Official on YouTube. It's SlamXIO over on X. Man, make sure you slam the like on X or YouTube, wherever you're watching. It helps a lot. So if you haven't done so, smash the like. And by the way, share with if your friends. Oh, cool. One sec. We got a DM from Vrew. When Vrew messages, we stop what we're doing. We check the DM. By the way, we have our winners picked for the Inscriptpedia. Oh, good. Very cool. All right, we got a giveaway. We got a giveaway. I feel like I've seen this one before. Oh, these are cool. I like them. Kind of Kongish. All right, we got. Thank you, by the way, Vrew. Okay, we have arcades. Real cool. Are these on Fractal? Nope. I don't think Fractal. No. I dig them. Let's see. Free mint. Is it? I don't think a free mint. No date announced yet, but early. Pretty early. Actually, not a bad follower count considering how early it is. Just drop in sometime in the autumn. This could be a couple months off. So keep your eye on this. Let's see if this catches some traction. But we have 5 spots to give away for this. They are guaranteed spots. So thank you very, very much, sir. Here's what you do. Take the show, the Crypto Slam stream today. Same game. I have to fucking put in that time and get the AlphaBot thing set up. To be honest, I didn't think we'd keep getting whitelists. So you need to find the show from CryptoSlam. So this one right here. Retweet it. And drop your dude offline. That'd be sweet. I'll get AlphaBot set up, I think, for that for sure. We'll figure out something. Okay, retweet the show in the comments. Drop your Ordinal's wallet address. 5 spots. And then be nice. Follow Arcades. Arcades __. Follow CryptoSlam. GG's. Good luck. All that good stuff. Yeah, Offline. Let's figure that out. We would be honored to give some of those away, and people would love them. I know that. But Arcades looks really, really cool. Man, Vroo's been getting us some really great whitelists. There's been a lot of winners here, so thank you, sir. Again, retweet the tweet. Follow Arcades and CryptoSlam. Drop your Ordinal's address here. That simple. Good luck. Guys, I hope your day is excellent. I'll see you in a few hours on the afternoon show, a.k.a. brand new name, guys. It's the Non-Fungible Idiot Show. That's the show. My brothers. Can't wait to see you there, guys. Have a great day. Peace.